The psychology of people who never post. On social media. In a world where every meal, vacation, and milestone is shared online, there's one type of person who stands out the most. The one who rarely posts anything at all. No selfies. No vacation highlights. No daily updates. Their profile sits almost frozen in time, while everyone else competes for attention. At first glance, they might seem shy, detached, or simply inactive, but psychology suggests there may be something much deeper behind their silence. People who intentionally choose to stay quiet online often share certain psychological traits that have less to do with social media and more to do with how they see themselves. Here's what their silence might actually reveal. First, they value privacy more than popularity. Psychologists have found that some people naturally have a higher privacy orientation. Rather than broadcasting personal moments, they prefer deciding who gets access to their lives. For them, a meaningful experience doesn't become more valuable because hundreds of people see it. A promotion, a vacation, or a personal achievement is rewarding on its own. While social media often encourages people to seek validation through likes, comments, and followers, these individuals rely far more on their own judgment. Their happiness isn't determined by how many people react to a post. They simply don't feel the need to turn every life event into public content. Second, their identity comes from within. Research on self-concept suggests that people who share less online often have greater clarity about who they are. They already understand their values, priorities, strengths, and imperfections without needing constant feedback from others. Because their identity is internally grounded, they're generally less influenced by trends, online approval, or the pressure to create a perfect image. Instead of asking, "What will people think?" they're more likely to ask, "Does this align with who I am?" That small difference changes everything. But here's an important distinction. Not everyone who avoids posting is emotionally secure. Some people stay quiet because of social anxiety, low self-esteem, or fear of judgment. Others simply aren't interested in social media at all. Psychology is about patterns, not rules. The traits we're discussing apply most to people who consciously choose privacy because they genuinely don't depend on online attention for their sense of self. Third, they often have secure self-esteem. One of the strongest signs of emotional security is not feeling the need to constantly prove your worth. People with secure self-esteem don't require frequent reassurance to feel confident. They don't measure their value by engagement numbers or compare every achievement to someone else's highlight reel. That doesn't mean they're antisocial or anti-technology. It simply means their confidence isn't built on public approval. Because of this, research has linked secure self-esteem with lower levels of approval-seeking, reduced social comparison, and greater focus on long-term personal goals. Fourth, they judge themselves by their own standards. Psychologists describe this as having an internal locus of evaluation. Instead of relying on external praise to decide whether they're successful, attractive, or accomplished, they use their own personal standards. They don't need strangers validating every decision. Success is measured by their own progress, not by views, likes, or comments. As a result, they're often more comfortable enjoying experiences without feeling obligated to document them. Sometimes, the best memories are the ones that never become posts. Finally, they recognize the illusion of social media. According to social comparison theory, constantly viewing carefully curated highlight reels can make people feel like everyone else is happier, wealthier, or more successful even when that's far from reality. Many quiet social media users recognize this effect. They understand that online platforms rarely show ordinary moments, failures, or struggles. Most people share their best days, not their everyday lives. By limiting both what they post and how much they participate in this cycle, they often reduce unnecessary comparison and protect their mental well-being. For them, peace is more valuable than performance. So the next time you come across someone who almost never posts online, don't assume they're boring, lonely, or disconnected. They may simply be someone who values privacy over popularity, internal confidence over external validation, and real experiences over digital applause. Of course, no single behavior defines a person. Choosing not to post doesn't automatically make someone emotionally intelligent or psychologically secure. But when that choice comes from genuine self-sufficiency rather than fear, it can reflect a quiet kind of confidence that's becoming increasingly rare in today's attention-driven world. Sometimes the strongest sense of self is the one that doesn't need an audience. If you enjoy exploring the psychology behind everyday human behavior, subscribe for more videos like this. And let me know in the comments, are you someone who shares your life online, or do you prefer to stay off the radar? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.